Hello, and thanks for taking a look at this Lexus with me today. Very happy for all the people who follow my videos and take a look and watch and listen to me talk about usually older cars that I think are just tremendous values to own and drive, far better than new. So this Lexus here we're looking at right now is a 2004. This is the first year of this updated design in this era of the RX. So it is a 2004 RX330 all-wheel drive. The exterior color of this car is called Bamboo Pearl. You've probably seen a fair number of this color. It was pretty popular. I think it's still pretty current and stylish. If the sun comes out here, I'm going to make sure this video gets to see the paint with the sun on it, because it almost looks different with the sun. It almost looks silver. Now in the shade, it almost looks like a little bit of green. It's kind of a silvery green color. But this is a tremendous SUV that I really think is a lot of car. I should just own the expression "a lot of car for the money," because I really do think this is a lot of car for the money. As a one owner with complete service records all the way from new to current, this has gone to the local Lexus dealership for all of its service and maintenance and has a paper service history to back it up. Went to Lexus from new until about 115,000 miles, and then right about that time and to current, it has gone to Evans Automotive. That's a shout out to Evans Automotive on Morse Road here in Columbus. They do fantastic work on all foreign cars, European and Japanese. So it went there. It's had all required scheduled maintenance done right on time, but here just 30 miles ago, it just had a complete timing belt kit. So the complete timing belt kit was replaced with the water pump and the timing belt tensioner. All of that is new. Also had an alignment and an oil change. So brand new timing belt. That was the second time the timing belt's been changed. It was done once before, right around 100,000 miles. Tires have 7/32 tread evenly in the front and the back. All the wheels are in nice shape. You can see how clean the rotors and the brakes are there. These rear brakes have 8 millimeters of life remaining, so they have a whole lot of life. If you don't know what 8 millimeters means, when the brakes are new, there's the front tires about the same as the back. And here's the front brakes. When the brakes are new, they have about 10 millimeters. So these front brakes have 7 millimeters, so a little bit less than the rear, but still a healthy amount of life remaining. 7 millimeters is roughly 70% of life remaining, and the 8 millimeters on the rear here is roughly 80% of life remaining. In the records, the brakes were actually changed at 190,000 miles. So this has been driven very gently, and the brakes are right on par with how they should wear, because they have about 30,000 miles and they still have better than half of their life left. Also, I'm going to open the hood here. We'll take a look under the hood, but at 211,000 miles, the valve cover gaskets were replaced, both valve cover gaskets. Also at that time, new Iridium spark plugs installed and new ignition coils and boots. Total bill for that job at 211,000 miles was about $1,900. And lastly, the other big thing I wanted to mention, at 195,000 miles, the rear struts were replaced, which is actually kind of common on these, along with the accessory belts and the cabin air filter for about $1,200. And the brake job at 190,000 miles was about $1,200 for all new brake pads and rotors. So that's the big, oh, here comes the sun, here comes the sun. Look at the color in the sun. It's beautiful. Look, oh. See, it almost looks silver. It's really pretty. It's called bamboo pearl, but it really should be called bamboo silver, I think. Look at that. It looks totally different, I think. It's really pretty in the sun. It's got a lot of, it does have a lot of pearl and metallic in the paint. You can really see it there when the sun hits it. So, good. Got to see this nice color in the sun. Yeah, so that's all of the big service history, bigger stuff, but there's countless receipts, a giant stack of paper receipts for normal maintenance items, oil changes, fluid changes, all that sort of thing. So sounds great, it runs great, it drives great, everything works on this Lexus. I also had just here recently the paint touched up, so I had a fair amount of small rock chips on the front nose here, just, you know, as you would expect for the mileage, but these were just professionally touched up with matching paint, so it makes it look a lot better and a lot nicer and blend right in. Look how great that looks in the sun. All right, we'll keep going here and take a look inside. The inside is just about as nice as the outside, really. Just a little bit of color wear on this right here. A little bit of flaking on the silver panel, but not a big deal. Look how nice the original factory floor mats are. Incredibly nice, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful condition. Driver's side seat is very, very nice in my opinion for the mileage. Just a little bit of normal checking in the leather, but you know, it's not ripped or anything like that. There is a bad spot right here on the armrest. Little tiny tear right there, but it's still very supportive. The rest of the leather is very nice. It's really in nice shape, I say, for the mileage and the age. This is the original window sticker. There's the color name, Bamboo Pearl. These are the options, which you're going to see me talk about, I'm sure, as we look at this. Most of these had heated seats, but this has a power rear door, which was an option, heated seats, and then this premium package with telescopic steering wheel and some other things, and then the wood and leather shift knobs. So this was almost $1,000 new. There's the fuel mileage information. That's why I say what a fantastic SUV for the money nowadays. So this panel here, the power door button is the power back door. You can close this. Telescopic steering wheel works perfect, up, down, in and out. Check this out real quick while we're right here. Knee airbags. This is a 2004, and this has knee airbags, which I think is pretty cool and pretty ingenious. I mean, it has side airbags also in the front and in the back, but I think the fact that it has the knee airbags for the year is pretty cool. Steering wheel is very nice. The wood is in excellent shape. The leather on the steering wheel does have some color wear right here and right here from touching it, but it is nice, it is soft, it's clean, it's not sticky or icky or weird. Some steering wheel controls there. Here's the instruments, all good, 223,976 on the miles. Door open and seatbelt light. Let's see, let's take a look at the rest here. Put the sticker away so it doesn't blow away in the wind. All of the owner's manuals and the first aid kit are here in the glove box. This is a nice box to keep your junk in. So just a big box there, open, close, cup holders. This goes up for bigger cups. There's the heated seats. I think this heated seat dial is really ingenious and far better than other designs, because you push it, it comes out like a stick, you turn it, and if you look at that, there's like there's like 10 settings to the heated seat, and then you push it if you want to store the buttons. But I just think that that's genius, because most cars just have a high and low setting, and I think this is great because there's about 10 settings to the heated seat. This is headlight washers, factory radio, nothing terribly exciting, but it does have a tape deck, so you can get one of those tape adapters for an aux input cord type of thing. Automatic climate control with climate on both sides. The time, the outside temperature, the cruising range is distance to empty, and then you can click here on the info for other information about fuel mileage average and all that sort of thing. So it does have HomeLink right there, factory HomeLink, and I think I might have forgot to show the sunroof. There's the factory sunroof. All right, let's take a look at the rest. I've been talking too much, but I really do like this car. The mats in the back, and there are some light stains in the carpet, but the mats are in great shape, very, very clean. Backs of the seats, very nice. Back seat is incredibly nice. There was hardly ever anyone back here. What more could you ask for? A one owner with all these records in this kind of condition. So another thing I really like about this Lexus is the rear tailgate. You push and it's a manual open, so like that. Or I like being able to manually open it, or from the key or the button in here, you push and hold for a split second and it power opens. I just think that's nice to be able to have both. A lot of newer cars, if it has a power tailgate, you can only operate it power. But original factory mat back here, original cargo shade is here. This goes like this. This is very nice to have. A lot of these are missing this. It hooks onto the seat backs here, onto the headrests right here. And these seats do fold down. Let me show that real quick. So when you fold the seat, it will separate from that cargo shade piece, but seats fold down flat, both sides. So it just detaches from the headrest when you do that. Also, I like this. I think this is a really nice middle console for a back seat with drink holders and this nice padded storage compartment lid. I think that's pretty nice. So back here, tailgate's in great shape. The closer button is here, but before we do that, these buttons, a lot of people don't know that this even exists. It's like a secret compartment, which I also think is very cool and a great place to store junk, jumper cables, whatever. Really nice extra storage compartment deal. You just push the button and it opens, and you lock it back down and it closes, and that's it. So that's the door closer button. There's the color in the sun again. Glad the sun came out a little bit. Very, very nice, very, very clean. Passenger seat is really just about as nice as the rear seat. And the only seat that really has any slight wear is, of course, the driver's seat. Somebody has to be in the seat to drive it all the miles. But oh, I did forget to point out back here. There's the rear side airbags right there. So side airbags front and rear. However, the passenger does not get the knee airbag like the driver, but you know, I guess the driver is most important. On this passenger side dash, there's a couple very slight cracks in the material here. This is not because the airbag has been out or anything like that. This is actually an engineering flaw on these cars. They did offer a extended warranty, Lexus did, to replace the dashboard, but it oftentimes wasn't long enough for people to get it in and get it replaced once they saw the cracks develop. So that's about as worse as I've ever seen them get. It's not a big deal, but I think that's not a bad flaw given the reputation of how long these RXs are known to go for and how the longevity and what great cars they are. Super clean floor mat. And on that subject, you've now seen the car, you've heard how well it runs. It's these have a fantastic reputation of just being warriors of going hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles, and really the styling is fantastic because it doesn't look as old as it is. It doesn't look its age. That's what I love about older cars that have timeless designs. This is one of them. It's timeless. It's still good looking. It's still impressive to anyone who would see it nice and clean like this. It's just a great car, and it's a great car for the money. And this has obviously been very well maintained and has the records and the pedigree to back it up with a brand new timing belt and water pump, as I said. So I appreciate your watching. I appreciate your listening to me talk. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you like my video tours of strange cars, click on my subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.